Real Scene TV is brought to you by Top Shelf Productions.
Welcome to another new, exciting episode of Real Scene TV.
Here's what's coming up tonight.
We're getting geeked out at the Indy PopCon convention.
I'm a kid in a candy store here at Rocket Fizz on Monument Circle.
I'm at the Arts Garden for Midwest Fashion Week 2014.
360 Media's documentary, Naptown, The Coldest Winter.
Welcome to the greenhouse.
All that plus your chance to win tickets to the Indianapolis Zoo.
Real Scene TV starts right about now.
My name is Bob Dellum. I built this car and you're watching Real Scene TV.
Indy PopCon, it's bigger, it's better, it's geekier, and it's over. Real Scene TV's Eli got her nerd on in 300,000 square feet of comics, cosplay, internet culture, video gaming, entertainment, and more.
Well, you know, it was a group of us that we love conventions, and so we've been going to all these conventions around the states, such as E3, San Diego Comic-Con, Gen Con here locally. We wanted to make a convention that was everything. So we want to invite more people out and allow people who kind of sit on the outside and do a lot of people watching to actually come in and enjoy the con too.
Indianapolis is the most, in a small little like 4-block area, it reminds me the most of Paris. Because it's got like bikes that you can rent, the same as Paris. It's got like, it's very progressive. And wonderful restaurants, and the architecture is amazing. I'm so surprised right now.
What do you think of the convention so far?
It's pretty wonderful. I mean, like it's for a first-year convention, it's great.
Indianapolis is not a little town to me. Indianapolis was the big city, you know, because I'm from Evansville. But I go back at least once a year because I'm on the board of trustees at the University of Evansville.
I just finished shooting for a comedy, which is called Mind Puppets, and that should be coming out later this year. I was starring opposite Vinnie Jones. I also shot a vampire movie at the end of last year that's going to come out, and Scorpion King 4.
I've seen costumes worthy of productions at these things, and have you seen the Bumblebee? Look out for the 9-foot robot. You won't miss him. He's incredible.
You have so much to say, much more to say than your character.
Yeah, I've got lots to say. Yeah, I think after being on set for so long, I'm just bursting to say other things. So yeah, I talk a lot. Hodor.
They don't just sell candy that we remember from our childhood, you know, like candy cigarettes and Charleston chews. The Rocket Fizz is also helping to create memories. The Rocket Fizz Soda Pop and Candy Shops is your one-stop shop for all of your sweet tooth cravings.
The moment you walk in, the first thing, besides all the smell of the amazingness that's in here, is of course the nostalgia all around you.
It's an absolute sweet smell, that's for sure. We pride ourselves in jamming as much nostalgia and happiness and memories and good times that we possibly can underneath one roof.
I was looking around, you were taking me around showing the store, and I was dancing because the music is just so great, and then walking around and being reminded of so many different memories related to those candies and those experiences, and you have so much to offer here. Tell us a little bit about the sections you have here.
Oh, we have so many root beers. We actually have to dedicate 2 sections just to root beer, sarsaparilla, and birch. We have a super sour section. We have an old school nostalgic licorice section. We also have a sugar-free section.
Not only do you have amazing U.S. candies, but for those who maybe have gone abroad or come from abroad, you can meet that sweet tooth as well.
We have a huge selection of Japanese imports, British imports. No matter where you're from, you're going to find something here.
And you have some very interesting labeled sodas that people can get. Tell us some of the funny ones that you recall right now.
One of the most popular ones is actually our Martian soda. It's Martian poop, and it's actually Marionberry flavor. So our Martian line carries a lot of uniqueness with its flavors of kumquat, plum, Marionberry, mulberry. So some very interesting flavors.
Not only can you get the delicious candy and sodas here from back in the day, but you can also pick up some cool little trinkets such as this guy right behind us, right?
We do. We actually carry a wide variety of nostalgic tin signs, concert posters that are actual replicas of album covers, concert posters, including novelty toy items, switchblade combs and mustache combs and a lot of prank, shock gum and shock lighters.
Well, you had mentioned about how hard some of these candies are to find, that people come into the store and they say, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that this was around here. You guys go through some great lengths to get this variety.
We do. Rocket Fizz, our franchise, has taken a lot of time, a lot of efforts, a lot of years going beyond that extra mile to get people the goods that they desire.
Well, and of course you can find a candy bar for anyone. I actually found one with my name on it right here. I've met your husband, so you got the sugar daddy, it's fine. So, and actually speaking of your husband, you guys are a family-owned company, right?
We really take to heart a family environment, not only for our customers, but it's our family as well.
And you guys are easily located at Monument Circle, so everyone should be able to walk in here and just enjoy some soda.
Yeah, if you find the circle, just walk to your left, walk to your right, and you'll eventually find us.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And thank you for letting me take a trip down memory lane around here. It's been fantastic.
Thank you for teaching me your dance moves.
If you're looking to have your event or business featured on Real Scene TV, email us at sales@realscenetv.com.
Indianapolis-based semi-annual Midwest Fashion Week features capsule collections, and Shyla Robson was on the scene. This year's collection features the best and brightest the Midwest has to offer. Let's catch up with founder Bernie Martin and see what he put together for us.
Designers in the Midwest are very, very talented, and I'm really happy that there's a place for them to showcase their talent.
The Midwest Fashion Week is my first, notch under my belt for trying to get exposed as a model.
I just absolutely love it because they bring in designers from all over the Midwest, so you get a little bit of flavor from different cities.
Midwest has found the way to take the talent that is here and showcase it on an excellent platform.
I think it's amazing that we have so much talent here in the Midwest, and this is just an amazing opportunity.
I'm really excited about this one piece I'm wearing. It's like black and it zips in the front, which I think is really different, and it's really cool, and I'm really excited to wear it.
I've met people from all over the U.S., which is really cool, and I've met people from outside the U.S.
We've had designers from New York, Chicago, Phoenix, just everywhere.
What were you most proud of? I think I was most proud to hear the cheers when the full figure models took the stage.
I like to do a lot of body forms, kind of keep it sexy and elegant. This is my 5th show, and I'm so grateful. I'm doing so good, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
It was a great experience, actually, and I think the models look beautiful in the clothes, and I think everything just worked out really well. I'm happy with it.
And how many pieces do you have in your collection?
I have 15 pieces.
Swimsuit, fall, what are we looking at for tomorrow?
Fall winter collection, but it has a lot of bright colors, a lot of pop, a lot of print. It's very exciting.
We have a new race this year. It's called the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. We're launching a team of girls, Indy girls. So we wanted to find a great way to showcase them and show what they're going to be wearing on race day.
The Indy girls, the IMS, what do you think about them?
Well, I think it's great. The house sport is a glamorous sport, and we always love to have beautiful women with nice clothes on, and that's what the Indy girls are all about. So, I'm only excited that we're actually promoting the sport that way, because that's exactly what it's all about.
Is this your first year in Midwest Fashion?
First time, yes. I had a good time, I really did. It was beautiful. Actually, I took a few pictures. There's a few dresses that I think I'm going to get Haley.
Yeah. So how did you like the fashion show?
I enjoyed the part when the girls came out, of course.
Whether you're a model, hairstylist, makeup artist, stylists, bloggers, business owners, get involved with Midwest Fashion Week. Don't miss this great week of fashion in Indianapolis. Come and have fun with us.
The dates for the fall edition of Midwest Fashion Week in Indy are October 20th through the 25th. To follow up and see what Bernie Martin's up to, and to follow Midwest Fashion Week, go to MidwestFashionWeek.com. Real Scene TV will be back after a word from our sponsors.
Every time somebody's killed, over 100 people are affected.
We live out here in Indianapolis.
We don't talk to each other.
Black leaders are now meeting with Mayor Ballard.
I just think it's time.
Not enough help.
Because our men are dying at an alarming rate.
We're all struggling out here. Peer pressure, what a great influence.
Most importantly for me is the knowledge. We are paying for failure. How do we justify paying for failure?
You don't have to be in this position.
You gotta face fear. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to see another year.
4 SWAT officers shot.
Dying over pennies. Making poor decisions.
Well, the risk is all on me.
I done did 15 years out of my life locked up.
The young people just want somebody to care about them.
Thank you, Chief. We just trying to survive.
You just saw the trailer for Naptown, The Coldest Winter, a documentary filmed here in Indy about the rise in crime here in the city. I'm here with producers James W. Carey III and Real Scene TV's own TJ to talk about the film. TJ, let's start with you. Tell us about that title, Naptown, The Coldest Winter. How'd you come up with that?
Well, actually, 2013 was one of the coldest winters in history for the city of Indianapolis. As we thought that would probably lower the crime rate, it didn't. It was at an all-time high. So we decided to kind of take matters into our own hands and kind of shed some awareness about the violence that went on in the city this winter.
Well, I understand that music plays a big part into it, and James, I understand that you have a role in that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I'm one of the main producers over the soundtrack that we did to this documentary, and we had some nice locals from here that I consider heavyweights. Some as Maya Evans, Drew Illy, Jimmy Mack, Grammy Award winning Raheem Devon, and Indy's own Mike Epps is on the soundtrack as well. A few of the artists, but they came in and they pitched in a beautiful soundtrack that fits quite superbly to what we're talking about.
Well, it's a very heavy topic, and I'm sure you got to meet lots of people. How did this story impact you? What did you take away from it?
Well, what it did to me was realize that everyone cares. Even if they act on it like they don't or perceive as they do, at one time, even if they go to sleep, they think about it, they care. And when they see that you care, they're willing to show that they care.
So who did you end up interviewing for this documentary?
Oh man, it was wonderful. We interviewed Mayor Greg Ballard, Congressman Andre Carson, Chief Height, IMPD, Dr. David A. Hampton at Light of the World Church, and First Lady Alicia Ramsey. And we also had the 10-Point Coalition that played a big part in it.
Well, Tommy, the film looks very inspiring, and I want to ask you, what was the inspiration for this film? What was it behind the film that made you want to do this?
Yeah, we just wanted to show the kids a different way in this. We wanted to build a bridge in communication.
An Indianapolis native is a part of this as well. Actor, comedian Mike Epps has played a role in this. He's also a producer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. Mike Epps is a childhood friend of mine. I asked him to come along on this project to just narrate it, and because he's been through most of the things that the young people today are going through. He's went through IPS schools. He was out on the streets. He was in one of those positions where he could have been a victim of the gun violence or one of the people that ended up in the penitentiary. But he changed his life around, and we felt like that would be a good story to tell the people of Indianapolis.
There's been obviously a rise in the violence here in the city of Indianapolis. What do you think might be the cause of that?
It's just a lot of misunderstood. It's like a large, it's a generation that's missing, you know. Everybody's kind of going for themselves, you know, and I think it's a lot of the love is still there. It's just misguided. It's misdirected.
Well, one of the great parts about this film is that it doesn't just end with a film. You guys are taking it one step further. Talk to us a little bit about some of the solutions that you're enacting upon, Tommy.
We got together with the POW Club of Indianapolis, and we're going to start a couple of programs around the city where we're going to teach kids filmmaking, theater, photography. We just want to bring the arts back into the community, you know, because a lot of people we found in this film is, you know, they don't play sports, they don't do a lot of different things, and there's not a lot of programs in root form, you know, because, you know, either they don't have the money to pay for the programs, or they don't have the ways, the resources is not there. So we wanted to, you know, provide a format for them to show their creativity. Like, you know, in the summer we're going to do some programs. It should be a nice look for them.
Keep watching Real Scene TV for updates on 360 Media's documentary, Naptown, The Coldest Winter. Next month, Real Scene TV's own Kaylin sits down with Police Chief Rick Height for a special report on the rising crime here in Indianapolis.
Last week, the world mourned the loss of a phenomenal woman. Dr. Maya Angelou was one of the most renowned and influential voices of our time. A decorated poet, author, activist, actress, and educator, having earned more than 50 honorary doctorate degrees, 3 Grammy Awards, and a Pulitzer Prize nomination. Dr. Angelou was truly a global Renaissance woman. Tonight, Real Scene stops by the Greenhouse Effect, a local open mic poetry event where some of the city's best spoken word artists and fans have gathered to pay homage to the life and legacy of Dr. Maya Angelou.
Everybody say hello, Rashida. Hello, Rashida. Welcome to the Greenhouse.
So with the recent passing of Dr. Maya Angelou, tell me, as a poet yourself, what type of impact did she have on you and your journey as a poet?
I consider myself an advocate for the craft. So to see someone of her caliber, to bring awareness to what we do as poets, you know, that in itself is exciting. And then also what she's done in the community because of her fame, you know. But all of that is just comes from her through poetry, you know. So it's a big impact, because that's kind of what we are striving for, you know, to be able to position ourselves to be able to make change.
You are the omnipotent's greatest creation. They say you were thought of before there were thoughts of civilization. I've heard ancient tales of you deriving from my side, and stories of you regenerating Osiris each time he died. If I'm correct, I was told that you're my rib.
She was so influential in the fact that you can halt your words, you can go a long time without speaking and still be powerful in the things that you write. So I was hurt by it, but the fact that she done so much, she left behind a legacy, and for people like me to not necessarily walk in her footsteps, but remember how empowering she was for the next generation.
Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today in memory of a dream. Someone has given up on hope and forgot how eyes look when faced with possibility. We cannot neglect how important the rays of the sun really is, because it strengthens our heart when we misplace the words with pain.
Overall, I think what Maya Angelou did for me is taught me how to be a proud black woman. Despite of, regardless of, just to be proud and feel good about who I am and not what everybody else wants me to be. Maya, as a writer, gave me courage, you know, to be free, to say what I wanted to say, still within respect, but the way that I want the world to, the way that I see the world. I can't breathe. Lord Jesus, I'm short of breath. Miss Hypnotic gonna say it one more again. That ain't no excuse saying that you was born into sin. And yes, it's gonna be some long days ahead.
When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil in silence. Our minds, formed and informed by their radiance, fall away. She's been a part of my literary, artistic landscape for a long time. And I remember when I found out about it, her passing, I was at work and a girl in the office showed me her phone with a message, you know, that she had passed that morning. And I know I felt something. It felt like I'd lost a friend. And I got to see her one time and speak to her once, but it felt like I lost someone personal. So we lost a real member of our community, an iconic figure in our community, and I hope that the community realizes the impact of that loss.
Tonight we learn more about another member of the Real Scene family. She's an entrepreneur, a concert promoter, and a proud mom. But here at Real Scene TV, we like to call her TJ.
Finger licking good.
Hi, I'm TJ, better known as Taneesha Johnson, also known as the Blooper Queen. I've been with Real Scene for 4 seasons now. Is this season 4? 4 seasons. All right, you ready? Funny story about how I started with Real Scene. I was actually working a Mike Epps comedy show, and I was approached out the blue, and they came up to me and told me that their correspondent did not show up and would I do an interview. I had a jacket on, and I remember that when I took my jacket off, there was so much sweat underneath my arm. Don't put that in there, Jason. You better not. I'm not proud of that sweat, but I am proud of the job I did because they called me back that next week and asked me to do some interviews. Outside of Real Scene, I own 2 events coordinating companies. I also work with 360 Cinema as a producer, and I'm a mom and a student. My daughter means the world to me. I don't know what I would do without her. Her name is Chelsea Elizabeth Everett. Gonna look very good on her resumes when she gets older, I just want to say that. Something interesting about me that most people don't know is I danced ballet and tap for 14 years. I'll get up and dance too, because you know I don't care. I went to a performing arts high school in Gary. It was kind of like the movie Fame. Everybody had a special talent, singing, dancing, drawing, everything. So I also was the ultimate nerd when I was little. Okay, still a little bit now. Okay, I'm still really into dinosaurs and like that, but you know. My celebrity crush is Dwayne Johnson. That is a beautiful specimen of a man. Oh, I was really into wrestling too when I was younger, so that plays a big role in that as well. But I would like a tall man that opens doors and scoots out my chair and stands up when I go to the restroom. Now, is this eHarmony or Match.com? I'm super into dinosaurs. These are my bites. I eat a bag of these every day almost. I'm gonna eat one right now. I am super into dinosaurs. Am I done?
This season, we'll be finding out more about Team Real Scene. Stick with us for featured segments about our staff.
It is ticket time. On the last episode of Real Scene TV, we hung around the orangutans exhibit on the Hootown Trail at the Indianapolis Zoo. To win tickets to hang out at the zoo this summer, go to our Facebook page and tell us one of the names of the orangutans on the exhibit. Good luck.
Well, that's our show for tonight. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
The orangutans, orangutan, Hootan, 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 Wu-Tang, oh my gosh, Wu-Tang. Oh my gosh! Orangutan, Hootan, orangutan, Hootan, orangutan, the orangutans at the Hootan Trail, mother freaking puss bucket on the Hootan. You did this to me. The orangutans at the Hootan Trail, I'll stop doing coke. Orangutans at the mother, tell us one of the names of the orangutans on.
Real Scene TV is brought to you by Top Shelf Productions.